This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, make sure you smash that hype button. All right, so the OnlyFans model Courtney Clenney, who stabbed and killed her boyfriend during an argument in April 2022. And there was a lot of evidence that this was a toxic relationship. She was charged with second-degree murder, pleaded not guilty, and claimed self-defense. Now, is she going to get away with it? Well, there was a possible life sentence, but a plea deal is on the table, and they will be going into this now, and we'll see. I mean, the same that this is more drastic, and I hope she doesn't get away with this. Hopefully, she at least gets life in prison. I mean, it looks like foul play here, So they probably gave her with let's see, what would they give her for a plea deal? 30 years, 40 years? I don't know. Maybe not life. I don't know. Just to not do a trial. You always get a better deal when you do a plea deal, but this was very disturbing. Very disturbing. They're also doing Caesar Pena's doing a plea deal the first week of August too. I think August 9th is his thing. He's going to have a plea deal meeting, and this is the guy who DJ Envy introduced to the world as a real estate guru and got a lot of people investing with him, and they did these things where what do you call those? Where you get together, these seminars, seminars where you could pay and learn all about real estate and this and that. And Envy really, I mean, if Envy totally skates on that, it's insane, because to co-sign somebody who in turn took money from people and didn't do the right thing, and we're not talking about small amount of money here. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars, That's crazy. Some people people want to get into real estate and they don't know how, and they trusted him. They thought they were getting into a REIT, because he was selling it as oh yeah, you put your money with me, we flip it, and we give you your profit. Really? Come on. He would sell the same house 5 to 10 times. It's crazy. Brittany Griner, this is the WNBA player who was in Russia and got held for having some substance on them when they were going through the airport right before the Ukraine thing started, and got locked up. And instead of getting out some of our other people that, some other Americans that deserve to come home, for some reason they got her to come home. For someone who blatantly, it wasn't like you were just locked up because they thought you were spying or something. They locked you up because you actually did something wrong. And then this Brittany Griner's wife was just waiting for her and advocating for her. Well, Brittany Griner kicked her to the curb this week, filed for divorce after 8 years, after waiting and fought for a release from Russian custody. Someone said, "I'm not surprised, especially after she abandoned her first wife and their baby." Oh my gosh. This is funny. Drewski has the could have been records. This woman comes on right here and says, "Oh, right away, I know 50 Cent and Yayo." Who cares? That doesn't mean that you can rap. So Drewski pretends to call 50 Cent and ask if he knows her, and then obviously it was a joke. He actually ended up calling 50 Tyson. If you don't remember 50 Tyson, he was big back in 2010. I actually shot his first video because a lot of people didn't know that he had Down syndrome, right? So I made sure I flew out there. I did it myself. I flew out there with my own money and created some awareness for him, and he deserved it. You know, it's like because so many people were making fun of him online, and really, he really had a condition. So I actually funded that myself and brought more awareness to 50 Tyson and the whole cause. And you know, he had already gone viral from like rapping in the mirror and like Kevin Hart. I even told Kevin Hart around that time, I was like, hey, you know that you should really call him and apologize, bro. Like, you made fun of him, but he really has Down syndrome, bro. Like, you know, I think he did call him and apologize. Because it's like, even though you helped it go viral, it's like, yeah, bro. Yeah. But anyways, that was a funny joke. Then when we got Big Meech spotted in Chicago, he's making his rounds. He's a streamer now. He's a 60-year-old streamer. You can't make this up. I saw another guy that just got out of jail that's trying to be a streamer now. He's like 65, used to be a drug dealer in Florida, trying to become a streamer. He's like, yo, I look at like Casanet and everybody for inspiration. It's like, what's going on in the world today? They'd see all these guys making money. They're kids. They're kids. They're cool. You know, like when you're young, kids follow you and they have a cool factor. It doesn't mean you're going to jump in at 65 and people are going to be following you. Kids aren't going to follow you. Like, what are you talking about? What are you doing? It's weird. Big Meech might have some people following him now because, like, you have the guys who, like, really like to glorify drug dealing and this. Still, you know, they never got over that. Like, BMF was polarizing when we were younger because they were really doing, like, you know, they were really big drug dealers and showing what they got and everything. And it was like a bold move back then to do that on DVDs. Now it's common. Everybody does it on Instagram and they get arrested, you know. Big Meech did the same thing just before Instagram, you know. He showed off everything he had. Hey, look at all this stuff I'm buying with my drug money. You know, it's like, it's obvious you didn't have enough legit businesses to look like he's just an entrepreneur, you know. Plus, the guy who was trying to cook the books, Doc, and have all these like car rental businesses and everything, like he ended up getting pinched because he started dealing drugs himself, and that's when everything started to crumble, you know. So it's not all Big Meech's fault, and it's not all Terry's fault for talking on the phone. It's also this guy. They should have had more of a square guy doing the books and running the businesses, you know. Drake gets free from this RICO lawsuit against Drake, Stake, and also Eden Ross, using Stake to inflate music streams. That just sounds ridiculous. What would Stake benefit from using the money to invest in Drake's streams for music? That would help Universal. It was a stupid case, and that got thrown out. Phoenix Flexen has been exposed officially for using AI, and he's not able to sell out a lot of tour dates. I don't know if his tour is canceled. Wait, Phoenix Flexen tour. Canceled? Was it canceled? Let's see. Yes, multiple dates for Phoenix Flexen's 2026 summer tour have been canceled, where reporting to low ticket sales following online. He can't perform an AI song. He doesn't sound anything like it. He sounds like his raps with Oh So Jeezy, like he sounds like that. This was complete AI. This should have just been a gimmick. He should have done a couple festivals and moved on. Trying to do a tour is nuts, bro. Like, that was crazy. But he did it anyways, didn't he? He tried it. Anyways, a lot of tour dates have been canceled. Not the whole tour, I don't think. Oh, wait. Multiple dates. Yeah, they're probably going to end up canceling the tour, though. A$AP Rocky has now become Rihanna's camera guy to take pictures with fans. This fan said, "Oh, Rihanna, you're beautiful." He says, "Hey, watch yourself, buddy." chill with the compliments. Like, this is what A$AP Rocky is now. It's fine if he's okay with it. I mean, it's fine. So this guy is accusing, let's see, Darian Blood was sentenced to 35 years in prison for his role in armed robbery of Moses Malone Jr. According to Malone, all these men jumped him, risked their freedom for believing they've been paid $30K by James Harden, only to never see a dime. He claims James Harden gave the money to his longtime friend, Marlo, to pay them, but alleges Marlo kept the cash instead. So this guy got robbed. It's like a lot of these guys that make a lot of money, they try to get involved with like street stuff. Like, street guys want to hang out with them, and then they pay them to do things. But they don't actually pay them sometimes. This actually happened with, what was it? Meek Mill had been hanging out with, this is old, Sean Kingston. Sean Kingston had got robbed at a club. And then Meek Mill was like, yo, I think Game did it, set it up. And then I remember Game, and that's what started the Game and Meek Mill beef. Him pillow talking with Sean Kingston, like, yo, Game did it. Like, and there was no evidence of that. Now Sean Kingston's in jail, though. When did Sean Kingston get released? Sean Kingston scheduled release from jail. It would be early 2028, so he'll be out soon. He was sentenced a 42-month sentence in 2025. I wonder if he has to pay all this money back too. 5, 6, 7, 8. He'll be out next year. And then 3 years supervised release afterwards. No more scamming for him. All right, so Akbar V thinks she's having Rick Ross's baby mom into the chat for just a little, little talk. They're all on live. And she thinks, Rick Ross's baby mom's in here. Yanti, right? Well, she was in there to cause trouble. She trolled her almost immediately.
Yeah. Why did I
played a Cardi B song of her getting dissed.
Hey, Yanti, what's up, boo?
I ain't know what's up.
pause? I need y'all to watch Yanti because she knew exactly what she was about to do.
Nothing, just chilling in the house.
Y'all heard
This is a
that
Cardi
new
B
one?
song. Akbar V's like, oh wow.
Bitch, don't act like she ain't make this motherfucking song for you, ho. Get your motherfucking ass off of here, and bitch, keep Cardi name out your motherfucking mouth. Bitch, I thought you was cool. You Cardi hoe. You love calling everybody fat. Bitch, you was so
Yo, Akbar V started crying. Yo. See, that's the person you want on Zeus. Rick Ross's baby mom. She's hilarious. Then we got Asian Doll Delusional. She said, y'all got to stop for real. This is not Vaughn's baby. Why would I name my kid after him? I mean, he has a real active dad. What do you think we are? King Von's been dead for 6 years. You just had this kid. We know this is not King Von's baby. She's crazy. She needs help. She needs help. She thought she was dating Vaughn when he died. They'd been broken up for a year. Then she acts like they were together when he got killed. It's like, are you good? You good, man? Future repost 2022 video of Doughboy denying allegations that Big U ran down on him while with Sierra at the LAX airport, saying he was owed some money from Future. And guess who told this story? Wack 100 told this on live, right? Big U denied it. Future denied it through Doughboy, right? And now it's being used as a federal case against Big U from a 2014 incident that Wack 100 told. Why would you tell that? Like, Wack 100's like, yo, I had nothing to do with Big U getting arrested. Bro, you were feeding them information through Clubhouse. Wack 100 knew what he was doing. I don't hate Wack 100. I get what he's doing. I think he just went way too far one way. I mean, this is a guy that's supposed to be from the street, a blood, had morals and principles, but he breaks all those codes when he does Clubhouse and becomes a chatty patty. Leave the chatty patty stuff to bloggers like me and other people, you know, like that's what we do. You can't be from the street and be a chatty patty. It just doesn't work. Wack 100 does enough just calling people out. He didn't have to go this far. He really hated Big U. He wanted Big U arrested, bro. Now, Big U did enough on his own to get arrested. I don't think Wack 100, Wack 100 talking on the internet didn't help. I'll just say that much, you know. Then we got Academics reacts to after Christian Rock's ex Ronnie explains how they were caught. They caught their first body and who he was trying to pimp Krishan. Now, this is an old interview. He's obviously not alive anymore. But what shocked me is that this is a Tasha K interview. And Tasha K doesn't like Academics. I wouldn't be reacting to somebody's content that hates me. I'm going to be honest. Like, he risks it all, bro. Yo, he's like bulletproof on the internet. He is. Because, like, he doesn't care. But Christian Rock's now being looked into for possibly, you know, being involved in him losing his life. She's denied it. I think Christian Rock's evil, bro. I'm going to be honest, but that's just my opinion. Ava Dash talks about lending money to her father, Dame Dash. Now, they got on chat on TV, Bravo. And she talks about, well, you know, I got that bread you owe me, but you still owe me more. And then she goes on to say, yeah, it's my dad, but he borrows money from me all the time. He pays me back most of the time, but right now he's in debt to me. How embarrassing to be Dame Dash claiming you're investing in country clubs and this and that, and you owe your daughter, you're borrowing money from your kid, bro, and you claim to have made millions of dollars and this and that. Bro, Dame Dash is a walking embarrassment. And he partook in this show, right, knowing that it was filmed. And, hey, I sent you that bread. And then she called him right out like, yo, my dad borrows money from me. Bro, you look, everything Dame Dash does now is lame, bro. Do you think Jay-Z's going to borrow money from Blue Ivy in the future? What is going on with this guy? This guy's making songs called Cheap Teeth when he has cheap teeth. Like you're commenting on another man's teeth. Pause. Right? Like in Dame Dash mentality, you know? Why are you looking at another man's teeth that hard? Pause. You know, it's like Dame Dash is a walking embarrassment at this point. And this is somebody we all looked up to at one point. Isn't that crazy? It's so disappointing. Like, Dame Dash, just be quiet. And, like, everyone would respect that, hey, you know, whatever. But the way he talks and pops it, it's like, bro, you're asking to get ridiculed. If you just stayed out the way. But you can't, because he needs those little interviews and everything he does. He gets paid for it. That's how he pays his daughter back, obviously, right? And then his wife handles all the other stuff. Like, she pays for everything, obviously, right? This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I'll check you guys in the next one. I had a late start, so I made a longer video. I appreciate you all. Hit that hype button for me. Peace.